Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. I hope you're doing well today, and thank you so much for clicking on this pick a card reading. So, in this video, we're going to be looking at your next 7 days. So, what's going to be happening within the next 7 days? So, this time frame will start from now until the end of the next 7 days. So, the next week ahead. So, all you need to do to find out is choose one of the three images on your screen. Feel free to pause the video here if you need some time. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. You'll also find a link to my website, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that's where you'll find all the information. Okay, so let's get into your reading now. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Hi, Group 1. So let's take a look at your next 7 days. Okay, what's going to be happening in your next 7 days? So just remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are drawn to this is when it's meant for you. Okay, let's take a look. Your next 7 days, Group 1. Okay, so we have water element sensing. Aries, I am. Oh, and then air element, communication. So it's interesting, we've got three of the elements here coming through. We've got water, air, and fire. Okay, the only one we don't have here is earth. Okay, not to say that there won't be earthly matters you contend with, but these are the dominant energies I feel are going to be taking over this next 7 days for you. Just making sure we're all aligned. Okay, perfect. Now, I do feel like you may be quite sensitive, okay, on an emotional level. So you may feel a need to express your emotions in some way. You may be feeling quite, some points, upset, but I definitely don't feel like that's going to take over the next 7 days. Okay, so maybe as you're watching this, you're not feeling the best, or maybe you've been crying a lot, or you've been needing to express those emotions in some way. But just know that that energy, if you're in it, is not going to last. The tough times never last. Life has its ebbs and flows. So just remember that when things feel quite tough, okay? But now this could also be quite literal in the feeling that you maybe you're going to be going swimming, okay? Or doing some other kind of water activity. Okay, so that could also be a way in which you're spending part of your next 7 days. Now, I also feel like you're going to be highly intuitive these next 7 days. So yeah, I feel like your intuition is going to be on point. You're going to be picking up a lot of psychic messages, signals. You are going to be really leaning into your intuition. Okay, and I feel like that's also connected to your emotions. Your emotions are going to help you to move through and make the best decisions based on your intuitive hits. Because sometimes it can feel, you could be in a place of despair and be like, why am I feeling so much? Why am I feeling so sensitive? But it could be a form of protection in some ways. Sometimes as well, it's like we need to hit rock bottom before we feel like we need to push ourselves out of that energy, okay? Or in the sense of we might just pick something up emotionally from someone, or we may be feeling quite empathic towards other people, like you're picking up on other people's emotions, and that may also cause you to make certain decisions. So for example, maybe you've got a plan to meet up with a friend or a family member, but then when it actually comes to the meeting, comes to the day, you may be a little bit withdrawn. You may feel like, you know what, I don't want to meet up with them today. Maybe you don't realize the reason why, but it might be that they're in quite a dark place, or that they're going to be offloading a lot of emotions onto you, or you may be picking up some kind of negative energy. So it may be that you end up canceling, excuse me, or they may even cancel on you, but see it as a blessing if this does happen, because this will be a form of protection for you. Now then we've got Aries, okay, which is very fiery, it's very intense, very passionate. Now, Aries also being a cardinal sign, so this is about you initiating some form of change in your life. Okay, so this could be you making a new plan. You could start a business, for example. You could start a new creative project. You could also do something that connects to health and fitness, okay? Something connected to your physical body, specifically the head, okay? Could even be, for some of you, might even be getting some sort of aesthetic work done. You could be getting Botox, fillers. You could be getting a facial, microneedling, I just heard, okay? Some other sort of form of, facial aesthetics. Maybe even something connected to the eyes, to the lips. Okay, obviously, again, just disregard that. That won't be for all of you. But for some of you, I don't know why, but I'm picking up needles here with this air element. So for some of you, maybe you're even getting an injection like a B12 or something like that. So it could be something along those lines too. But yeah, I really feel like you're going to feel quite fired up. And actually as well, as I'm recording this, we're going through the Aries full moon. So whether you're watching this at the time in which I posted or whether you're watching it later, again, it's still timeless, but the energy of this Aries full moon is coming into play here. So maybe even check which house Aries sits in. Even if you don't have personal planets in Aries, you will have a house that cusps or Aries cusps that house. So that house will be ruled by Aries. So that could be the area of life that is going to be the most influential or where there'll be the highest level of focus on. So yeah, just something to think about there. But I definitely feel like you're going to have this surge of energy, this surge of creativity or power or drive, focus in order to achieve certain goals or to create a new plan that moves your life forwards in some way. And then we've got the element of air. Okay, so I feel like this is also going to be connected to your mind, to communication, as this is ruled by the planet Mercury. Okay, so it may be that maybe you actually initiate some form of communication. You may reach out to somebody, again, whether it's a business proposal, whether it's reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while or a family member. But this could also be in terms of romance, okay? Maybe you decide to initiate a date with somebody or you reach out, maybe you even follow somebody on social media. It could even be, for example, you post a story and then you get a lot of communication from that story, okay, which could lead you into new things, new opportunities. But this could also be, say, setting up a dating profile or something, or even going out into your local area, like putting yourself out there and getting a lot of communication back. Okay, so I definitely feel like in part of the week, you're going to be chatting quite a lot, okay, whether it's in person or through social media. Okay, so your next 7 days. Oh, wow. Yang. Very similar energy to that Aries there, okay? This is about, again, taking action. It's the masculine side of the yin and the yang, which is all about movement, travel. You maybe even be traveling somewhere that you don't expect, or maybe you do have a plan set out in the next 7 days to travel somewhere. But again, it's the energy of initiation, okay? Something that you are going to begin, some kind of new chapter I see you undertaking here, group one. And then we have exchanging gifts. So I feel like, yeah, you could even be receiving a gift from somebody, okay? Maybe it's your birthday coming up. This could even fall around the holiday season when you feel drawn to this reading. That could be a possibility here, okay? But it may even be like an exchange of services. So say there's like something that you offer, a service you provide or a talent you have, you may, gift that to somebody and then you get something back in return. I don't feel like you're doing it as such to receive something back. I feel like you may even just do it out of the kindness of your own heart, or, if you're the one to receive this gift, which I do feel like you're going to, okay? I definitely see you receiving gifts. And I just said gifts, plural, so it could be multiple gifts you're going to be receiving. Okay, which is lovely to see. I'm also really drawn in by the cat there. So you may be connected to cat energy. Maybe you're getting into black cat energy yourself, being a bit more aloof with certain people. Okay, but maybe this is more literal where you are going to be spending time with pets, specifically cats. But maybe it's even stray cats or cats just in your neighborhood. And you feel like they just keep, appearing out of nowhere in some way. Okay, I'm just checking the time. I'm trying to keep these readings a little bit shorter today. I've got to go out very soon, so trying to keep them a little shorter because you guys know that I can really waffle on in these readings. But again, you're going to try and keep them a little bit to a minimum today. But I guess we also want to keep it fairly simple because it's just your 7-day predictions. So let's just see. So now we have round and round. So you may feel like something is going round in circles, or you may feel as well like maybe your head is like ruminating about something, and maybe even like this action you're about to take, maybe it's something you've been thinking about for a while, but now is the time to strike. Okay, now is the time you feel like this is the time I need to actually move forwards. Okay, and this feels like the time. So again, remember, you may not feel like this just now, group one, but I do feel over these next 7 days you will feel like that. You'll feel like it's time, like you're ready to move forwards and take action. Okay, so we've got Queen of Cups. And I will also preface by saying that I know some people can get frustrated in these prediction readings, which will never stop me doing them because I so enjoy them because they're always very surprising. But some people get a little frustrated and like, that's not going to happen. That's not me. That's not going to... Like, how do you know? How do you know what's going to happen in your next 7 days? We don't always know what's going to happen. So please do give it the full 7 days before making your final judgments, okay? But please feel free to come back to this video and let us all know if this did come to pass, if it resonates. Comment a red emoji as well if this is resonating with you, or anything else you wish to share. Okay, so interesting. Now I feel like there is a new opportunity coming in here. Okay, not only are you going to be initiating some form of new change, but I feel like through this initiation, it's getting the ball rolling for you. I do feel like you're either going to be receiving some money. I definitely see money coming in. So this could be money you're expecting, but it could also be unexpected money. Like, it definitely feels like you're receiving gifts, and I don't feel like you're going to expect all of them. Maybe you are expecting some, but I definitely feel like there's going to be some surprises here coming your way. Now, you may feel at the beginning of the week that, yeah, you just don't seem to be in your most favorite energy. It definitely feels like, again, there's a lot of sensitivity. You're definitely going to be in your emotions quite a lot. But, you know, this Seven of Swords can sometimes be Delulu energy. So it may be that you kind of get wrapped up in your own thoughts a little bit. Maybe you get a bit limerent about certain things, certain people. You may even be feeling a bit down because you may feel like you've missed out on an opportunity, okay? Or someone else surrounding you may feel like they've missed out on an opportunity with you, which may then end up driving them back in towards you, which creates this cycle, okay? I feel like there's new cycles starting, but there's also an old pattern, an old cycle here. So for some of you, it may even be an ex that tries to come back, tries to initiate contact with you. But you may not want to engage. For some of you, I feel like you may actually want to just ignore that contact. And you may be focused on what's new in your life and just creating new in your life moving forwards. Now, you could also be connected to feminine energy here as well, even though I feel like you're going to be very much in your masculine, taking action, moving forwards. But you may spend some more time with females in your life, whether these are female family members, female friends, maybe even connecting with other females on social media, okay? Definitely, I feel like there's strong feminine energy, very nurturing. It's giving me Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio vibes. Okay, so let's just look at the Astro dice to finish this off for you. Gonna know, quite short and sweet today. Let me know in the comments if you quite like some of the shorter videos or if you do prefer the longer ones. I am curious to know what you guys like because I do these for you. Okay, so we've got the number 1, we've got Pisces, and we have Saturn, which makes a lot of sense actually, especially the number 1 because 1 represents new beginnings, and we have 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 ones here. Okay, so yeah, definitely the energy of starting afresh. There's definitely something new you are going to begin. Again, whether it's a new relationship, a new business, a new creative project, especially with Pisces here. Pisces can represent creativity, art, pleasures that you enjoy that are maybe quite spiritual in nature. Maybe a new spiritual practice is something you're going to be undertaking here. Okay, maybe you're also, again, going to feel quite emotionally sensitive and connected to, you know, otherworldly realms. Again, your intuition is going to be on fire, okay? And you're going to notice this by the end of the next 7 days. You're going to go, wow, I can't believe how, you know, I was in the right place at the right time, or, you know, how I felt called to reach out to somebody or to start this thing now. Something about it you'll notice positive results from very, very quickly. It's all quick moving energy here. Now, we do have Saturn, which is more of a slow moving planet, but it's connected to karma and responsibilities and having discipline. And so I feel like even though there's going to be a lot of this sensitive energy in the air for you, and again, a lot of this very passionate, fast moving energy, I do feel like you're going to get to a place where you are more grounded. Okay, we've needed to see a bit of earth. We've got a little bit of earth coming through here now with the Ace of Pentacles, but this Saturn as well. So even though, of course, when you initiate things, you've got to get the ball rolling, right? You've got to start things off. But then Saturn is about maintaining that, having consistency, having discipline, which means not giving up. Saturn is represented by Capricorn. So Capricorn is the sign of not giving up. It's the last standing on the battlefield, okay? And I feel like this is the energy you're going to start moving into, okay? I feel like more at the tail end of the next 7 days. But this may also be that you're going to try and get certain things in order. So again, certain responsibilities, things that don't necessarily feel that fun. Even though I do feel like you're going to have a lot of fun with this Aries fire, but Saturn, I feel like, will kind of call you back down to earth and will say, look, okay, I know you want to have fun, but you also need to take care of business here. So again, maybe things that you've been procrastinating on, putting on the back burner, I feel by the end of these next 7 days, you're going to put them at the forefront and start methodically working through these things, okay? Which will give you an overall balanced sense of self, okay? Because you're going to be focused on, your passions and fun, your emotions and sensitivity, your intuition, your mind, intellect and communication, as well as your material wealth, your finances, your health, and your responsibilities. So it feels like an overall quite well-rounded week for you moving ahead, Group 1. Okay, so I really do hope that this enlightens you in some way. I hope it resonates. And as I said, please comment below if it does. Would love to know what you think. And if you did enjoy this reading, please subscribe and like this video, as it really does show your energetic support. So thank you so much in advance. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, Group 2. So let's take a look at your next 7 days. Okay, what is going to be happening in your life from now until the end of the next 7 days? And remember, this is a timeless reading in terms of when you're drawn to this is when it's meant for you. Okay, we've had 2 just jump out here. I am going to be keeping these readings today a little bit shorter as I do have to go out, okay? But please do comment and let me know if you do enjoy the slightly shorter readings, or, you guys know that I can waffle on for a while, so maybe you just enjoy a mix. So please comment below if you prefer the shorter ones or you like the longer ones, okay? So let's take a look at these cards here. Now we've got Capricorn, I use. We've got the 10th house and the 12th house, which is very interesting because we've got double Capricorn here, okay? Because Capricorn rules the 10th house, okay? So I feel like this week is going to be very career driven for you. Okay, I feel like you're going to be working very, very hard to elevate yourself in some way. Okay, so whether this is your own business or whether you're employed, maybe you're trying to get a promotion, or maybe you're trying to accrue more clients, okay? But I feel like you're going to be very disciplined in your work, okay? Focusing on what really needs to be done, focusing on your responsibilities, okay? So it may not feel in that respect it's going to be the most fun week of your life, but that's how life goes, isn't it? There are some weeks that are going to be full of fun and excitement, other weeks are going to be more monotonous, but they're so important, these weeks where you feel grounded, where you feel like, okay, I need to work on my responsibilities, I need to be consistent, I need to be disciplined in order to achieve my long-term goals, okay? So yeah, I definitely feel like career is going to be very important for you. Now, there may also be a connection to your career here in terms of your spirituality or creativity, because we've got the 12th house, which is Pisces energy. So for some of you may have natally Saturn in Pisces. We've got Saturn in Pisces currently transiting the sky. For some of you may have Neptune in Capricorn. Okay, this is obviously a generational transit. Okay, so a lot of people will have this, depends on when you're born, obviously. Okay, but I feel like, yeah, for some of you, maybe you're even thinking of new ideas, as Capricorn is a cardinal sign, which is about creation. Okay, so you may be creating something this week that is going to bring in more money for you. Okay, very exciting in that way, even though this is the thing, sometimes it doesn't feel exciting when you're in the thick of it, when you're actually working on it. It may feel a little, like I said, monotonous, a little like, you're just plodding through, trying to get all the things done, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, but it is going to pay off, okay? Now, at times it may feel a bit like a struggle and like you're treading through molasses, okay? So it may feel like things are a little bit slow, but it feels like slow and steady is winning the race here, okay? So definitely don't be disheartened. You know, this is going to be a very powerful week for you, where you're really taking charge of your life, taking charge of responsibilities, taking charge of the things that need doing, okay? Because maybe you've been procrastinating on certain things and getting them done. And the thing is, with procrastination, we don't realize how weighty that can make us really feel. It can make us feel guilty. It can make us feel anxious. Okay. And when you actually get these things done, it just makes you feel lighter, like you can take a load off here. And so I feel like it may have been sort of bringing you down energetically. But I also feel that you are intuitively going to be picking up certain things here which are going to help you succeed for your long-term future, because Pisces is very spiritual, very intuitive. So when you have that intuition in connection with that discipline and ability to work hard and the ability to create new things, new opportunities, then, you know, this creates such a powerful force within you to be reckoned with, okay? Like there is no stopping you this week, absolutely no stopping you. Like you are going to be going like a train. I feel like there's definitely a lack of distraction here. So again, if you're used to being quite distracted at times, or maybe you've been going through a period of that, this week is like, nah, you're just going to be focused on your goals and focused on achieving them, okay? So let's just see what else is coming through here for you, group 2. Ooh, then we've got loyal heart. Lovely, lovely to see. So just see what else is coming through. Message in a bottle. And then we have to the sea. Okay, so actually it feels like a bit of a break here. I feel like you're going to have. So it's like, I almost see the week being split up into two. So maybe the first 3.5 days, you're going to be, again, very focused on your work. Then you're going to take a break. So this could be depending on, maybe it falls before the weekend or something when you're watching this. Then you have a bit of a break. I feel like you're going to spend a bit of time isolating though when you have this break, like focusing on self-love, focusing on nurturing yourself, and again, focusing on self-expression. Okay, so again, whether you express yourself through art, through music, through any other creative means, I feel like this is going to be very important for your overall health and well-being. Now, I also feel like there is this message coming in, okay? There's a message coming in for you here. So this is definitely going to be like a written message. So whether it's a DM, it could be a text, it could be an email, okay? Now, I do feel like it may be connected to your work, okay, or to your money in some way. That's the strongest message I'm getting here. For some of you, it may be a message from someone else, somebody quite special. It could even be this person with a loyal heart. So this energy is giving me Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius vibes being the fixed signs. So it may be somebody who has these signs dominant in their chart or personal planets. But I definitely feel like there is somebody in your life, or somebody that's going to enter your life, who is incredibly loyal, who only has eyes for you. And this really feels like it's a romantic connection. Okay, so I know a lot of this has been quite work and creatively focused dominant energy, but yeah, it's like, it almost feels like it's a bit of a side note. I don't feel like your focus is overly going to be on this situation, because again, it just feels like you're going to be too busy. You're going to be like, I don't have time for this. I've got to focus on my goals. I've got to focus on work. Okay, but yeah, there's definitely somebody coming in here, or maybe they're already in your life. Okay, could be a partner that you're currently with, or it could be somebody you've been dating, but maybe it elevates to the next level, because Capricorn can also be connected to commitment, long-term commitment. So it may be that a relationship is about to evolve to the next phase of commitment. So say you've been dating or in a situationship, it may get to, you know, a full-on relationship status, or maybe if you're already in a relationship, it may get to an engagement, or may get to marriage. Okay, not to say all of these things are going to happen in the next 7 days, but you'll notice a level of progress, I feel, in this way. Okay, and again, it's someone that you will feel the same way about. You will feel very loyal, very dedicated to this person. And again, for most of you, I do feel that this is romantic, okay? But for some of you, it very well could be a very close friend, a family member, a child even, or a parent, okay? Maybe even a work colleague, okay? Could even be like a work romance, okay, that's coming through. So definitely, again, very interesting week. You are going to be receiving, like I said, information coming in, text, emails, maybe multiple, okay? And I feel like that's going to give you a bit of a boost, group 2. I feel like it's going to help to shift your energy, especially if you've been feeling a little lackluster, a little frustrated, a bit bored even. I feel like this is going to give you that boost that you need to keep going, okay? Where it's, again, maybe it's good news, maybe it's an accolade or appreciation for things you've been doing, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, yeah, I can keep going, I can keep moving forwards, I am appreciated, I am receiving new opportunities. Like, the work is really paying off. Your dedication is paying off this week, group 2. Now, if this is already resonating with you, please comment a green emoji or anything else you wish to say. But I will just say ahead of time that it may not resonate just yet. Just remember, it's a prediction reading. So we've got to wait until the 7 days has fully passed before making our final judgments, okay? Because I'm going to watch this reading too, maybe in a few weeks when I've forgotten what each pile represents, because I do watch my own readings from time to time. And I'm like, if you can't support yourself, who is going to support you, right? But yeah, I just feel like don't lose hope, okay? And again, just give it that time frame to see what comes out, okay? To see how it resonates in the end for you. Now we've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, I'm not surprised to see those cards. So much earth dominance here within your reading today, group 2. So much. Okay, so 4 of Cups, 9 of Swords. I've suddenly got really hot here as well. So yeah, I don't know if you're feeling hot as you're watching this reading, or whether you're going to be just feeling quite hot and flustered with everything that's going on. But yeah, I do feel, like I said, there's a bit of boredom coming through here. So again, you may feel a tinge of boredom, a little bit like, what's going on? But like I said, not every single week can be filled with excitement and filled with, brand new things, changes, all sorts. I mean, but this is like building you up for new opportunities in the future. And as I said, I do feel new opportunities are still coming in. But yeah, there is some mental stress here. You may feel a little bit overloaded actually with all of the responsibilities and things you have to do. Okay, so at times, your mind may be a little bit dark, a little bit depressive. You may sometimes struggle with intrusive thoughts. So I would say ahead of time here, group 2, definitely take care of your mental health. Okay, maybe practice some meditation, find some space in the day where you can take care of you, because no matter what responsibilities you have and work you have to get done, you need to make sure that you are in a good space mentally so you can take on all of these things you've got to do. So I feel like definitely make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest, plenty of sleep, taking that time for you. Okay, and if that does mean that you have to distance yourself from certain people, then that's what you need to do. You need to put yourself first, especially in your downtime here, because again, it's like you've got so much going on and you can't pour from an empty cup. Okay. And again, it's not to say that you're not going to be able to give more to others later on or to spend more time socializing after all of this work is done. But you'll also feel so much better when it's done. You'll feel lighter. So then when you do come to a place where you're ready to socialize and mingle with other people, you will feel in a much happier, positive vibration. Okay, which will then spread like wildfire. So yeah, don't beat yourself up if you need isolation. Be compassionate to yourself. That's one of the strongest pieces of advice I would give you right now. Because again, it's a lot. You've got a lot on your shoulders this week, but you're definitely going to be able to manage it all. I do see that here, especially with the 9 of Coins. Okay, there's a level of strong independence I see here. So I feel like you're going to be very independent. Maybe again, this is about if you've got your own business, or maybe this is working alone. Maybe even on a side hustle, okay? So say you're employed, you might be starting a side hustle, or you may be spending more time on your own business rather than another business, okay, where you're working for someone else. I definitely see more money rolling in for you, which I also feel will help you to relax a little bit. Now, this 10 of Pentacles can kind of feel like a lack of stability, okay? Maybe you don't feel as stable in an employed setting. So maybe that actually pushes you to start moving forwards on your business. Or maybe, if you've already got a business, you may start creating new ideas, or maybe even searching for something that gives you that long-term stability so you don't feel too stressed out or putting too much pressure on what you're already doing. Now, this could also be connected to a home. So for some of you, it may be about paying the rent or the mortgage. Maybe you feel a little bit stressed about that. But I feel like this person with the loyal heart will actually help you here. So they may help you with either give you some money to help you pay some bills, or they'll give you some advice about savings or investments. Okay, something about growing your money for the long term. I definitely feel like you're going to be having some conversations about this. So yeah, definitely keep your ears and eyes open for these conversations. Maybe even videos that you see online, or people online giving you advice or something. I feel like this is going to help you in the long term. Okay, but for some of you, this may also be like you moving house, or maybe you're actually looking to move somewhere. So you might be looking at different places to rent or to buy, maybe in your local area. For some of you, it may be further afield. Maybe you're starting to get some ideas about moving somewhere, out of the country. Okay, now let's just get some more information here. Your next 7 days. Okay, so we've got the South Node. Wait, is that the South Node? One second, I always get confused with these. I believe it is a South Node. We've got Aquarius and we have the number 6. Okay, so yeah, definitely some unexpected changes coming in, because Aquarius likes to shake everything up, okay, likes to be quite unpredictable. So yeah, some of these things within your week are going to be a little bit unpredictable. But I feel like they will actually, again, give you that boost where, things feel like quite structured in a way. And then it comes in and just shakes up your routine a little bit and gives you that boost that you need. Maybe even be an Aquarius person is going to reach out to you. But again, even the communication that comes in, like you won't expect. It could even be somebody from your past, okay, with the South Node connecting to your past. So yeah, it could be somebody from your past is trying to reach out to you, trying to get back in contact. Because even the number 6, it makes me think of the 6 of Cups. That's what I thought about straight away. And so it may be, there's a reconciliation that's going to happen for you this week. But again, you may decide, you know what, I'm going to give it a bit of time. I'm not going to respond straight away. Or, maybe you'll just wait until you're out of these 7 days where maybe you don't want to spend too much time socializing. Even though Aquarius actually is a very social sign, it represents air and large groups of people. Again, it can represent social media. So maybe that's a way that you'll feel like you connect in some way with, people on a larger scale, rather than say a one-to-one type of energy. Okay, even though there will be some one-to-one with this loyal heart, I just don't feel like you're going to be spending too much time with other people as a whole, not in person anyway. Again, it might be predominantly online from what I'm seeing here. But even with the 6, which represents the 6th house in astrology, it's Virgo energy, which connects to your health and also your routine, your daily habits, and also your work, because naturally that comes into routine. So it may even be your routine has a little bit of a shake up here. There could be some changes that happen. Maybe these are changes that you implement, okay, that help you for the long term. Or maybe they're changes that just happen, come in. But again, I feel like it just gives you a sense of freedom, helps you to, again, connect more with yourself and with your creative and spiritual sides. Okay, so this is what I see for you, group number 2. Again, I know it's quite short and sweet today. Do comment below if you enjoy the short videos, or if you prefer the longer ones, or if you just like a bit of a mix sometimes. So I'm always curious to know what you guys think. So I'd love to know. And please like the video and subscribe to my channel, which shows your energetic support. It helps me out a lot. So thank you so much in advance. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, group 3. So let's take a look at your next 7 days. Okay, so what's going to be happening from now until the end of the next 7 days. So remember, this is a timeless reading in terms of when you're drawn to this video. This is when the time frame will begin. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're watching it as soon as I post it or 6 months from now. This is your next 7 days. Okay, so let's take a look. What is in store for you over the next 7 days, group number 3? What is in store for you? Pisces, I believe. Now that is interesting. We've had Pisces come through in the other readings today. There's always usually a theme that connects all of the readings together, but they were definitely very different weeks. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so we've got the part of fortune increase. Ooh, we like that. Love to see that for you. And then we have, the North Node, life's purpose. Just making sure there's no nudity. Doesn't look like nudity. I may just cover it up just in case, because we know what YouTube is like sometimes. Okay. So group number 3, the next week ahead, this is going to be an incredibly karmic week. Okay, when I say karmic, I mean, this is pushing you towards your life's destiny, what you are meant to do in this lifetime, okay? Now, with karmic energy as well, this can sometimes feel like things are out of your control. Like you may not feel like you're able to, control situations or outcomes here. Like it feels like things are just kind of happening to you. But I do feel in a very positive way, we see the part of fortune here, which is your fortune increasing. So you're going to be receiving more money this week. Okay. This could be some unexpected money. This could be money maybe you are expecting. Maybe it's going to be more money than you expect to receive. Okay, which is really always amazing to see. You may even have your part of fortune in the sign of Pisces potentially. Okay, but you can always check your own personal natal chart to see where your part of fortune sits, which house it sits in, which planets it connects to. Okay, this could be very prominent for you this week. So yeah, if you're into astrology, maybe take a little look at that. Okay, might be quite enlightening for you. Okay. But with Pisces here as well, there is a connection to your spiritual side. Okay, this may even be as well, like I just heard like a truffle pig, okay? Like you may be sniffing out opportunities that bring you in money. Like the pigs search, they can sniff out the truffles. I feel like this is you being able to psychically sniff out these opportunities to make more money or to receive more money. Okay, so definitely I feel like your intuition is going to help your fortune to increase this week. So if I could give you any advice, I would definitely lean into your intuition. Make sure your third eye is cleansed and open. A really simple way to open the third eye is to imagine a flower in between your eyebrows and imagine that flower opening when you want it to be open and closing when you want to close it. Now, you may also be wondering, why would I want to close my third eye? But say, for example, you're going into a very busy place and you're a very empathic person and someone that picks up on people's energies. You may want to close the third eye to protect yourself in certain ways. So that can be very useful, actually, sometimes to close it down. But for most opportunities here, I would say keep that third eye open and moving, okay? Doing some meditation will be great, okay? It doesn't have to be specifically third eye meditations, but, here on YouTube, there's tons of them. Like there's third eye frequencies you could listen to. There's third eye meditations, okay? What else was I going to say about that? I was going to say something else. Oh, yes. And then keeping, say, like an amethyst crystal close to you. You can even place it on your third eye as you're meditating, okay? Obviously, if you're lying down, of course, in a safe environment. Now, you may also be feeling connected to creativity, to artwork, or to music in some way, or film. There's a level of escapism with Pisces energy. So you may feel, that there's a tendency at times to escape into a bit of a fantasy world, okay? But I do feel it's in some way going to help you. It's going to help bring in more of this money and point you towards your destiny here. For some of you may even have North Node in Pisces or North Node in the 12th house, okay? Or in the house where Pisces sits, which would be the 12th house. So that was a redundant thing for me to say. But I feel like you're also being called to have a little research into your North Node. See what sign it's in, see which house it's in, see if it even connects to any other planets, which planets it aspects to or is next to in conjunction. Because I feel like knowledge is truly power, okay? And I feel like when you start to really listen to that power you have within, to find that knowledge which helps to point you in your life's direction, it will help you, okay? Especially if if you are or you have been feeling a little bit directionless in life. This will help you to reach your life's purpose, okay? So everything that's happening this week is pointing you towards your life's purpose in some way. So again, very, very karmic, very intense energy that's coming through here. But I feel like it's quite exciting, okay? Group number 3. And then we've got come to the edge, poised. Okay. And then we've got never-ending story. Okay, so yeah, you may go through a little bit of mental stress. I mean, 7 days is quite a long time as well. Like you're going to have these natural ups and downs. Sometimes you'll be feeling good. Sometimes you might be feeling a little bit stressed out. Okay, there may be some kind of cycle that seems to not be like completed or feels like there's a lot of rumination going on here, which could also connect to the Pisces energy. Maybe this is what you want to escape from. Maybe you're trying to actually escape from your own mind, but then incidentally, it helps to push you towards what you're destined to do. Sometimes you have to go through a period of suffering because it forces you out of that. Like, especially if you're in that place where you feel like, oh my God, everything's a struggle right now. What can I do to change it? You know, if you were just in a very easygoing, happy place all the time, it wouldn't force you to make positive changes for your life because you'd just be happy coasting. So sometimes the universe will bring in challenges for us in order to help us evolve to our best selves. So I feel like that's one of the best ways to look at it this week, Group 3, is to see any challenge that you face is helping you to grow. It's helping you to reach what you're meant to do in this lifetime, your life's purpose, your true destiny. It's very, very deep. Okay, you may even want to run away from it at times. Like, you may be feeling pulled in this direction, and again, it feels uncomfortable. You're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It feels scary. But that's the time to jump when it feels scary, Group 3. Okay, that's what bravery and courage really means, is being afraid to do something but doing it anyway, and not in a reckless way, but in that sense of, like, I don't know, say moving across the world. You feel this pull to move somewhere, or to travel to somewhere, or to start a business, or maybe even to reach out to somebody, to ask somebody out on a date. All of these things can, you know, be very scary to do, and being scared of rejection. But when you really push through it, you create so much inner strength. Okay, you're like, wow, I can't believe how strong I am. You know, even if you do end up getting rejected or it doesn't work out, you'll feel so happy that you did it. You're like, wow, I'm so proud of myself that I pushed myself to do this. Okay, so I do feel like you're going to take some leaps here this week. Not at first. I feel like maybe the first part of the week or the first couple of days, you're going to be in this poised energy, a little bit like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, I just want to kind of stay here. I want to get into my cocoon. Like, you may, again, just want to escape being like under your duvet, kind of hiding, or maybe even watching comfort shows, or, you know, just doing the kind of normal things you do. Okay, or the things that you have find pleasure in, things that, again, you do to escape, you know, the rat race of life. But I feel like there will just be this point during the week where it's like, you're not going to feel like you have many choices. You're going to feel like, I've got to do this. It's now or never. Okay. And again, it's like, this is going to create so many big changes for your life. It's going to change the whole trajectory of where your life is going, but for the better. Because when you truly lean into your life's purpose, everything will flow more easily, because what is meant for you will find you ultimately. So anything that you have lost or been rejected for previously, I'm sure you can look back on and see that, you know, there were opportunities or people or jobs that, you know, didn't work out. And at the time you felt horrific and you felt really badly about it. But now you look back and see, yeah, you know what, if I wasn't rejected for this opportunity or by this person, then I wouldn't be where I am now, or I wouldn't have grown to this point, or I wouldn't have this knowledge that I have now. And so you can appreciate the rejections. As they say, rejection is protection. And so this is how you need to see it now, these next 7 days, okay? Anything that doesn't work for you, it's not meant for you. And anything that does work for you, it will work out ultimately, okay? So you are going to be taking some leaps of faith here. Again, you're not going to always feel like you have a choice. Now, if this is resonating with you at all, Group 3, please comment an orange emoji or anything else you wish to share, okay? But I appreciate it may not make much sense just yet, okay? But of course, it's a prediction reading, so please do give it the full 7 days before making your final judgments, okay? Feel free to come back to this video, again, if you remember, and comment if it made sense for you, if it all came to pass. Okay, so we've got Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the World card. Okay, now I'm just going to start with the potentially most painful energy, and then we'll move on from that. Okay, because this Three of Swords can be a very painful energy, okay? This can feel like betrayal. Sometimes it can represent a third-party situation, someone interfering, okay? But it may be that you're going through some kind of pain right now. Maybe you're going through hurt, going through some kind of rejection, feeling quite alone in that sense, okay? Which makes sense with that never-ending story, okay? And that, again, need to escape what you're really feeling. Okay, so just lean into what you feel. Some days you're going to feel like, escaping from it, not engaging, not thinking about it, just distancing yourself. Some days you're going to want to wallow in it, really, express what you're feeling, go into the depths of despair with it. And then other days you're just going to feel lighter and you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to move out of this. I'm going to evolve out of this. I'm going to do things that push me out of my comfort zone, that help me make those positive changes in my life, which will make me feel better. Certainly mentally. Okay, if anything, I would say look after your mental health these next 7 days, group number 3. That would be key here. Your emotional health as well. Finances are definitely going to improve though, okay, which I feel like will actually make things a little bit easier for you, because, if you've got sort of mental pain going on and emotional pain at times, you don't need financial stress on top of that. So I feel like this may be the universe bringing through a gift for you. And they're like, you know what, just take a bit of a load off. So say you've got some extra money coming in and maybe it affords you to take some time off work, okay, whilst you heal through this, then, be grateful for that and say, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to take this. Let yourself grieve, let yourself wallow a little bit, but then also pull yourself out of it. You could even give yourself a time frame and say, look, I'm going to think about whatever this is for 30 minutes a day. And if it's not in that 30 minutes, I'm going to be focused on other things that are good for me, things that are good for my self-growth, things that are good for my personal transformation. Okay, or maybe you're even going to say, you know what, for the next day or two, I'm just going to allow myself to grieve and feel this. Okay, but after that, I'm moving out of this. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to move forwards. I'm going to take action and start my life, okay, or move my life forwards. Okay, because I see you here in this Queen of Wands energy. It's very fiery. It's very passionate, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I do feel you're going to be in this very passionate, driven action as well. Like you are going to, move forwards. You are going to take that action. You are going to initiate changes in your life, which I feel like are going to open up new doors here with the world. Okay, this is new opportunities, a brand new cycle you're going to be starting here. Okay, and I'm also seeing a lot of people, like I feel like you're going to be quite inspiring to other people in some way. So whether it be in this next week, you're going to be receiving a lot of compliments, a lot of people wanting your advice or wanting to, give you a pat on the back. Okay, you may receive, like I said, a lot of positive, admirable compliments and conversations. Okay, but this may also be that what you're going through right now, or these next 7 days, group 3, is going to be inspiring later on. This could be a story that you tell in the future where you say, you know what, I went through the depths of despair. I went through such a hard time and I pulled myself out of it, which will then inspire all these people. Because look, I even see them like connecting to their hearts, like something I feel like it's going to trigger a lot of people emotionally through what you've been experiencing. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely a light to other people here, group 3. You have so much wisdom to share. And so it's like you have to go through these challenges in order to be able to get to that point where you have risen above what you go through and you are able to impart your wisdom and your experiences onto other people. Okay, because this is like you, pulling away the curtain, okay? Like I just see you literally like having this veil in front of you. And again, it's like you don't really want to see what's behind it. It's like maybe you don't feel quite ready to see what's behind it. But then something in this week is going to force you. It's either going to force you to open this curtain or it's going to force this curtain open. And it's like you're going to see the truth. You're going to see things for how they are. Because also Pisces energy can create a bit of a fog, like putting Vaseline on the camera lens where it looks a little bit foggy, but it's like this is you cleaning that away. You're going to see your life so much more clearly. You're going to see your direction more clearly as well, group 3. I mean, wow, I really wasn't expecting this reading to be so intense, but it's amazing how powerful this really is for you. Okay, you're going to, I feel like in the next few weeks, you're going to look back on this time and go, wow, like I see how different my life is just in the span of a few weeks, let alone a few months or even years. But when you look back on this moment, you are going to be immensely proud of your progress, group 3. I see that. So let's just get some astro dice to finalize these next 7 days for you. Okay, of course, we've got Neptune here, which relates to Pisces. So yeah, again, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of spiritual work, a lot of creativity, escapism, the metaphysical, a lot of healing that's going to be happening here. So Yeah, I feel like you're going through a lot of healing, and even the number 7 is a very spiritual number, but it also connects to the energy of Libra, the 7th house. So this can connect to partnerships. Okay, so maybe this is where the pain has been lying for you, connected to partnerships, connected to contracts as well. Maybe you'll be signing a new contract this week, or an offer for a new contract is going to come through for you. Okay, this could be, again, a new relationship. Maybe this is preparing you for a relationship in the future. So if any of you've gone through a recent breakup, this could be letting you know that this had to happen. You were meant to break up with whoever this was, because you're getting prepared and evolving for the next person, because I do see a strong relationship here for you. Okay, whether it's in your future, or maybe for some of you, you're going to move through certain relationship problems. If you're going through those, you're going to evolve through them and be stronger. Your bond will be stronger, because that's the best way to see relationship issues as well. That if you can weather the storms together, your bond will be stronger, and you're meant to be together and work through it together. Whereas if your bond breaks through any of these storms, then it shows you're not meant to be together, and maybe you're not meant to weather those storms, because there'll be somebody else who will weather those storms with you, who will be with you through thick and thin. Okay, so this is what I see for you, group number 3. I truly hope it has enlightened you. I hope it's brought you some clarity today. Please feel free to comment below if it's making sense yet, or again, feel free to come back in 7 days and comment if this did come to pass. And liking the video and subscribing to my channel does show your energetic support. So thank you so much in advance for doing so. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.